Virgil, cheers. Big story in the boxing world this week, and as a star trainer, I got to ask you this. Tim Bradley split with Joel Diaz. Does that hurt a fighter to start? He's fighting Rios November 7th here. Does that hurt him to get a new trainer so close to the fight?
You know, it depends. I mean, I don't know the dynamics of what happened. You know, I was caught off guard like everybody else, you know. I mean, when you have that kind of history together, like Bradley, okay, Gary.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, Mark. It's hard to fathom, you know. I haven't heard Tim's side of it, you know, but listening to Joel, I mean, the way he describes it, these things have happened in boxing, you know. I'm a firm believer you should never get your wife involved in your boxing. Now, that's not a put down. I don't know Tim's wife or anything. I just believe that shouldn't exist. I think it should be separate, you know, because now you have somebody else's outlook on something. Think about it. You wouldn't take that approach if it was any other profession, you know, that you've done. Somebody come along and maybe change up, you know, the quality of the relationship. But I don't know everything. I mean, they would really have to just kind of like lay it on the table. But as far as his fighting career is concerned, I always felt that the trainer don't have to like the fighter, and the fighter don't have to like the trainer. But if we're successful, you know, we should never change that, because, you know, you've been good for me in my career. You know, now, I might not have no use for you after that because maybe you're a drunk or something, you know, or maybe you're a womanizer, or maybe I saw you looking at my wife. I don't know, you know. And then from the wife's perspective, it always depends on who she was before you married her, you know. And I don't know when Tim got married. I don't know if he had accumulated a healthy amount of wealth before he met his wife, and I don't know her financial situation before she came. And by no means am I saying it is his wife. That's what Joel is saying. So it could be other factors. But again, I mean, that was a very successful team. I think in Tim's last couple of fights, I mean, look, I'll be honest, and maybe you'll hear this, I do not understand in the Vargas fight why he deviated from the 9th round on from something that was working. I mean, early on, he was pushing the fight. He was the aggressor. From the 9th round on, he turned into a counterpuncher, you know, so that says that, I don't know if they mutually agreed to that strategy, but it told me that he was trying to get a knockout, you see. So to turn into a counterpunch and try to capitalize on a mistake Vargas makes, and maybe I can get a knockout. Because it's easier to get a knockout with a guy that's behind and he has to take chances, right? It's easier to get a knockout that way. But the whole fight, thank you, the whole fight, he was being reckless. Dropping his right hand, dropping his left hand. He was extending out. You know, he was just really exceeding the gap, the gap zone of protection that he should. Every time he jabbed, he opened up. He never kept nothing right there. But he was having great success, and I think he kind of got bored and realized, you know, look, I got this in hand, but I don't think that fight was going to be a knockout. I mean, come on, it was not that much time left. He did the right thing when Vargas came to him, tied him up, seemed to have control over his faculties and knew where he was. But yeah, I mean, look, I'm a trainer, and you know, when the fighter wins, he gets the credit. When he loses, the trainer gets the blame. But it had to be something really, really serious. I mean, for them to, and then for Tim to say it's been a long time coming. It had to be something they could have talked about during the time they felt. It's always tension between a trainer and a fighter going into fights because fighters making weight. He's on this grind day in and day out. He's hearing the trainer say certain things daily. I mean, after a while, you're hearing this magnify. Even if the trainer's whispering, it sounds like you got a loudspeaker. You're just like, man, what I'm saying. So you have to know periods of time to back off the fighter. There's a lot of times he doesn't even need to hear your voice on a daily basis, particularly if you know him. And but there's always tensions if you, in order to be a good coach like Joel Diaz is, a proven good coach, you cannot be a check guy. You cannot be a smoocher to the fighter and hope that, if I tiptoe around you, you're going to keep me. Because the fighter knows, right? And if you are demanding, if you, particularly if you have success with your demands, and if you are a driving type of coach and a pushing type of coach, they're going to respect you. But also remember that it's only certain fighters that can be driven and pushed like that. So, and those are the ones who want success. The fighters who want success definitely want that coach that they know, I'm not here for this check, I'm here for your success, right? And the reason why you got a check is because I've been pushing you and driving you. So but after a while people come in, oh man, you'll be great with anybody, or you're the one in the ring. First thing the fighter starts saying, I'm the one in there taking punches. Well, you chose this profession, man. So what do you think, you're supposed to go in there and not take no punches, right? But also, you haven't taken punishment like other guys. Lately Timothy's been in some wars. I don't know if it's his personal preference but I've seen him in wars when he was an amateur. Some of the best fights I saw, Timothy and Joel Diaz, they were in war after war, and with Berto, and
Who won against Berto?
Berto. Juan McPherson, Anthony Durrell.
Didn't Andre Ward fight Bradley or something like that?
Yeah, Andre fought him at the Blue and Gold. They were both, at that time, 132.